Okay children, now it's time to do some exercises using the relative cells and the absolute cells. I have two columns. I have two tables, one for relatives and the second is for absolute. Now I have already done it, the first part over here also. Here I have used the formula. I have used a formula here and a function here. I have used the function sum, the sum function, to add A8 plus B8. And if I happen to drag this now down, I should see in the second column that it is A9 plus B9. Third column, it will be third row, it will be A10 plus B10, and the fourth column, fourth row, it will be A11 to B11. Clearly understood. Now here I have used a function. Without using equal sum, I have put equal in the bracket A8 multiplied by B8. And if I happen to drag this with my fill handle, I surely will get the next row A9 multiplied by D9, so forth. A10 multiplied by B10, A11 multiplied by. Now here I have used a function using equal sum, A8 minus B8. And if I happen to do the same thing by dragging it, I surely get the answers as it is mentioned here. Here I have done a formula, and now you see the difference between a formula and a function. A predefined formula, a formula that you do, is known as a simple formula. Okay, right. Let's now jump into the absolute cell across the columns and across the rows. Let's see. The first cell, what I'm going to teach you is, it's all about absolute cell. Here you find here absolute cell with a relative cell. So I am using absolute cell. It says here A8. If I double click this, it's absolute A8 is added with a relative cell of B8. Right, now we have got the answer is 14. Now tell me, if I drag to the next row, what is your answer? I'll pause the video for a little while and tell me what's your answer. I hope you got the answer correct. So I just made a simple adjustment here. Absolute means this cell is freeze. That means this cell never changes. So this cell will add with the first cell, and the second cell, it will add with the relative. So 12 plus 3, what will be the answer? 15. Correct? The next answer will be 17. 12 plus 5, 17. And the next, it will be 12 plus 5, it will be 17 too. I hope you understood how an absolute cell adds with a relative cell. Absolute cell. So all the column and the row is absolute. So it never changes, it freezes. Or the value that is in this cell never changes like the relative. Understood? Yes. Let's go to the next example of adding. Now children, now if you go and see here now, the next example, where have I placed my dollar mark? It's next to the column. So now if we have placed a dollar marks next to the column, that means it's absolute column. It is across the column, absolute column. So now I have just made you an example. So this column with a relative, so 12 plus 2 is 14. Then 15 plus 3, it will be 18. So if I drag this now, 18, 25, 20. It works like a relative, but absolute column is absolute. This column, A column, is absolute. The column A is absolute. So the column A never changes. It stays as column. This is the next. Let's look into the next cell references. Where have I placed the dollar mark now? It's to the row, so the row value. Now in this example, when it comes to row, so 12, the absolute row of the 8 is 2. So 12 plus 2 is 14. Next, 12 plus absolute row 9, it will be 15. Let's go and see how it works now. If I happen to drag this now, it's 15. It means, children, 12 plus its row value 3. 12 and 3 is 15. So 17, 17, exactly. Now you should remember these three form, 3 is 3, these 4 cell references. Relative means what, and what is absolute cells are. If you see a dollar mark before the column, that is, column is absolute. If you see a row before the row value number, that is absolute row. So these are the 4 ways of adding cell references when it comes to doing calculations in Excel. I want you to rewind this twice, thrice, and see how it works, and then I'll come back to the next segment very soon. Thank you, children.